The epic journey of Odysseus. Bravery, cunning, and resilience. Ah, the epic tale of Odysseus's adventures, narrated by the esteemed Thucydides. Let's set the stage. The city of Troy lies in ruins. Smoke rises from the charred remains as the victorious Greek soldiers, their faces etched with both triumph and exhaustion, prepare to leave. Amidst the chaos, Odysseus stands tall, his eyes reflecting a blend of relief and a yearning for home. Thucydides' voice asterisk, narrating with emotion. In the aftermath of the Trojan War, as the dust settled and the city of Troy lay vanquished, the Greek warriors, weary yet unbroken, set their sights on the distant shores of their homeland. Among them was Odysseus, son of Laertes, a man of unparalleled wit and bravery. His heart swelled with the hope of returning to his beloved Ithaca, yet he knew not the perils that lay ahead. The scene shifts to the Greek ships setting sail. Odysseus, ever the strategist, commands his men with a blend of authority and empathy. The crew, though eager to return, trusts implicitly in their leader. Thucydides' voice, with a tone of admiration. Odysseus, a master of strategy and deception, had led his men to victory with his cunning plan, the Trojan horse. Now, as they sailed into the unknown, it was his unwavering resolve and unyielding spirit that would guide them through the treacherous journey home. The Greek fleet encounters the first of many challenges, a fierce storm. The men, despite their fear, rally under Odysseus's leadership, their spirits unbroken. Thucydides' voice, with a tone of inspiration. Through the raging tempest and the crashing waves, Odysseus and his men stood united, their courage and determination unbowed. It was their relentless spirit, a testament to their resilience, that carried them forward, even as the gods themselves seemed to conspire against them. This captures the essence of Odysseus's journey, highlighting his bravery, cunning, and the unwavering spirit of his crew. The trials of Odysseus, battles and temptations. The Greek fleet arrives at the shores of the Cicones. Initially seeking supplies, they soon find themselves in battle. Odysseus, spear in hand, leads the charge with a fierce determination. Thucydides' voice, narrating with intensity. As the Greeks landed upon the shores of the Cicones, their hearts were set on resupplying for the long journey ahead. Yet, the encounter quickly turned to bloodshed, the Cicones warriors fiercely defending their land. Odysseus, ever the valiant leader, spurred his men into battle, his courage a beacon amidst the chaos. The Greeks, overwhelmed by the Cicones' reinforcements, are forced to retreat. The toll of the battle is heavy, the men's spirits dimming. Thucydides' voice, with a tone of gravity. Victory proved elusive as the Cicones summoned reinforcements. The Greeks, though seasoned warriors, found themselves outnumbered and weary. With great sorrow, Odysseus ordered the retreat, his heart burdened by the losses endured. The scene shifts to a serene island, the home of the lotus eaters. The men, exhausted and despondent, are offered the lotus fruit, a symbol of forgetfulness and escape. Thucydides' voice, with a tone of allure and warning. Seeking respite, the Greeks came upon the land of the lotus eaters, where the air was filled with an intoxicating scent. The natives, with kind smiles, offered the weary men the lotus fruit. To eat it was to forget all woes, to abandon the longing for home. Many, seduced by the sweet taste, fell into a blissful stupor. Odysseus, seeing the danger, confronts his men, his voice a rallying cry that pierces through their haze. He pulls them back from the brink, reminding them of their purpose. Thucydides' voice, with a tone of determination and resolve. Odysseus, ever vigilant, recognized the peril of the lotus's temptation. With a heart steeled by duty, he roused his men, his words a lifeline to their fading resolve. "Remember Ithaca," he urged, "and the loved ones who await us." Thus, with great effort, he restored their will to continue the arduous journey home. Odysseus and the Cyclops, a tale of bravery and cunning. The Greek fleet reaches a desolate island. Odysseus, driven by curiosity and the need for supplies, leads a small group into a massive cave, unaware of the danger that lurks within. Thucydides's voice, narrating with tension. Driven by a desire for provisions and the allure of the unknown, Odysseus led his men into the cavernous lair of Polyphemus, a Cyclops of monstrous size and savage disposition. Little did they know, their thirst for adventure would soon become a struggle for survival. The giant Cyclops returns, blocking the cave's entrance with a massive boulder. He captures the men, devouring 2 of them in a gruesome display of power. Odysseus, though horrified, begins to devise a plan. Thucydides's voice, with a tone of horror and determination. Trapped and terrified, Odysseus and his men witnessed the brute strength of Polyphemus, who devoured their comrades with a ruthless appetite. Yet, even in the face of such dread, Odysseus's mind raced with the seeds of a cunning escape. Odysseus offers Polyphemus wine, intoxicating him. When the Cyclops asks for his name, Odysseus cleverly replies, "Nobody." As the giant succumbs to sleep, Odysseus and his men prepare a sharp stake. Thucydides's voice, with a tone of cunning and anticipation. With wine as his weapon, Odysseus deceived Polyphemus, who, in his drunken stupor, believed his guest's name to be Nobody. Seizing the opportunity, Odysseus and his men readied a sharpened stake, their hearts pounding with the promise of freedom. In a climactic moment, the men drive the stake into the Cyclops' single eye. Polyphemus, in agony, calls for help, but his cries go unanswered because he claims nobody is attacking him. Thucydides's voice, with a tone of triumph and tension. With a roar of fury and pain, Polyphemus was blinded by the searing stake. His cries for aid fell on deaf ears, for he claimed nobody was his assailant. It was a masterstroke of wit, a testament to Odysseus's unparalleled cunning. As dawn breaks, Odysseus and his men cling to the undersides of the Cyclops' sheep. When Polyphemus releases his flock, believing the men still trapped, they make their escape. Thucydides's voice, with a tone of breathless relief. At the first light of dawn, Odysseus and his men clung to the bellies of Polyphemus's sheep, their silent passage masked by the bleeding flock. Thus, with hearts pounding and breaths held, they evaded the Cyclops' grasp, their escape a triumphant testament to their relentless spirit. This dramatic episode showcases the bravery, cunning, and indomitable spirit of Odysseus and his crew. What do you think? The Tale of Aeolus and the Bag of Winds. Let's delve into the tale, as if Thucydides himself were narrating in the first person. Thucydides's voice, narrating with reflection and emotion. As we sailed forth from the land of the Cyclops, hope renewed our weary hearts. Our voyage led us to the floating island of Aeolia, home to Aeolus, keeper of the winds. Aeolus, moved by our plight, bestowed upon Odysseus a precious gift, a leather bag containing the tempestuous winds. The sight of Ithaca's shores filled us with joy, but exhaustion took hold, and Odysseus, confident in our near success, fell into a deep slumber. Curiosity gnawed at the minds of his men, and whispers of mistrust spread like wildfire. They believed the bag to be filled with treasures, kept secret by our captain. Driven by greed and suspicion, the men untied the bag's cords. In an instant, the winds burst forth, a maelstrom of chaos and fury. Our ship was flung back into the open sea, the shores of home cruelly snatched from our grasp. Odysseus awoke to the cacophony of the storm, his heart sinking as he realized the folly of his men. Yet, even in despair, his resolve did not waver. He rallied us, though our spirits were shattered, with the promise that we would find our way back, no matter the cost. Thus we set forth once more, the memory of our near homecoming a haunting reminder of the perils of curiosity and mistrust. The bravery and cunning of Odysseus shone even brighter in our darkest moments, guiding us through each trial with an unwavering spirit. Harrowing encounters, the Laestrygonians and Circe. Our voyage brought us to the land of the Laestrygonians, a seemingly tranquil harbor surrounded by towering cliffs. Exhausted yet hopeful, we anchored our ships, unaware of the horror that awaited. The men, eager to explore, were met with monstrous figures, giant cannibals whose insatiable hunger knew no bounds. The Laestrygonians, with their immense strength, descended upon us, hurling massive boulders that shattered our ships. Chaos reigned as our comrades were snatched and devoured before our eyes. Odysseus, ever vigilant, called for a swift retreat, his voice a lifeline amidst the carnage. With hearts pounding and breaths held, we fled the harbor. Our numbers dwindled, but our resolve unbroken. The sight of the giants receding in the distance was a fleeting victory, as the shadows of loss weighed heavy upon us. Fate led us to the island of Aeolus, home to the enchantress Circe. Weary and wary, we approached her grand palace, hoping for refuge. Her beauty and hospitality masked a sinister power, one that would soon ensnare us. Circe, with a wave of her wand, transformed our men into swine, their cries of despair echoing through the halls. Helpless, they succumbed to her enchantments, their human forms lost to the witch's dark magic. Only Odysseus, protected by the gods, remained unaffected. With Hermes' guidance and a heart steeled by resolve, Odysseus confronted Circe. His bravery and cunning forced her to relent, restoring our comrades to their rightful forms. Yet, even in victory, the weight of our journey bore down upon us, a reminder of the perils that lay ahead. Through each trial, Odysseus's unwavering spirit and unyielding leadership shone brightly. His cunning and bravery were the beacons that guided us through the darkest of times, our hope anchored to his relentless resolve. I hope this narration captures the harrowing encounters with the Laestrygonians and Circe, highlighting the bravery and relentless spirit of Odysseus and his crew. How does it resonate with you?